You live? All right, man. Welcome to Corey Lee's Boxing. And we're back with another banger. We got Black Horseman Promotions here. Please like and subscribe to his channel. And we got SW in the building. Please like and subscribe to his building, man. His channel, man. How you good fellas doing tonight, man?
Good. What's up, man? How you feeling, Corey? What's up, bottom line there, Chubb? What's going on, homie?
What's going on, brother, man? Everything's good, man. Everything's good, man. Everything's peaceful, brother.
Yeah, man. So, wow, man. One of the best, one of the best things that happened today, man, was Jack Johnson getting pardoned, man, by Donald Trump, man. How do you guys feel about that? Deontay Wilder was in attendance. It was and Lennox Lewis was there as well. How are you guys thinking about that, man? It's a little bit too late, but better late than never, right?
Yeah, man. It seemed like the bigger story servicing around that situation is Deontay Wilder shaking Donald Trump's hand and shit. So I don't know, man. It's kind of getting crazy now.
Wait. Shit. Man,
it's for a good cause. This is for Jack Johnson. Okay, he gave a man a pardon. Barack Obama, he didn't do it because something about domestic abuse. So that's kind of why he laid off of it. But in the same sense, for the greater good today for Jack Johnson, okay, you shook the man's hand. All right. Yeah, Lennox Lewis in there too. Well,
what's going on, expert genius? Denard Reed. What's up? What's going on, Beatrice? What's going on, Thompson? What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling? Ronald Finkley, what's good? We in the building, man. We got Black Horseman Promotions and we got SW in the building, man. Subscribe to them. But what we're talking about right now is the Jack Johnson pardon. He is good, but it's a little bittersweet. You know, he passed away a couple years back. Well, he passed away in 2004, right?
No, long man. He got passed away like in the 1940s, man. But
no. What happened is something happened with this case in 2004 or something.
They might have been in their first time getting ready to pardon him.
Okay, that's what it was.
Well, let me lay a little bit history down on Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson was one of the first black heavyweight champions of the world. He couldn't be beaten. They eventually started just putting random charges on him, man, making up charges in order to get him arrested and everything. And one of the last joints that he got put on him was crossing the street with a white woman. And they literally put that on that man. And he left, and I believe he went over to the UK. And
from what Blood Boxing said, he went to Cuba.
Okay, all right.
Wow. Did he go to Cuba? Is that because of the white women that he was around and that the states couldn't allow that?
It was because he knew when he came back that he would have to go ahead and serve some time.
So he knew that already.
Right. Because of that, he pretty much stayed away. Because they were going to get him by any means.
He was an exile.
Right. He was exiled out. And he was served a raw deal due to what happened around that time for black folks, period, in America. Especially successful black folks. And they couldn't dethrone him fairly to get his ass whooped in the ring because they couldn't find a white fighter that could beat him. So
what's going on with Johnny Lawrence and Marquise Johnson and Daniel Johnson and Larissa Johnson? There's a hell of a lot of Johnsons in there, but we're talking about Jack. We're talking about Jack Johnson,
right?
And we was talking about Anthony Johnson yesterday and shit.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but he was just to kind of finish up because I didn't know about the Cuba thing. I got to look into that. But to finish up, and I believe Blood Boxing, he would know, he's a boxing historian. To finish up on my point is pretty much this. Jack Johnson was served a raw deal here in America, like so many the other black fighters. Joe Louis, he had to give people a percentage of his purse. In order to get some of these fights out here with these fighters, he had to give them a percentage of his purse. And part of that came because of the actions of Jack Johnson with sleeping with white women and smiling and talking shit after he knocked a white fighter out. Because of that, Joe Louis had to kind of like hang his head low when he won. He wasn't able to smile. He couldn't celebrate because you knew 3 or 4 black folks was going to get hung by the end of that night due to that celebration. Like a lot of them folks didn't appreciate a black fighter going in there and whooping on a white fighter. So Joe Louis definitely had to walk that chalk line due to some of the things that Jack Johnson did. That's a fact.
Oh, what's going on, my brother in here, man? What's going on, Sherrod? What's up with you, bruh? But yeah, we talking about a black fighter, Rod. And everybody that's listening out there, man. Pretty much just sum it up. SW, sum it up for some of the casuals out there, man. We got a couple casuals in here. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, Jack Johnson is one of the first black heavyweight champions of the world. He ended up getting charges put on him for walking across the street with a white woman. That was one of the last charges, but they put a lot of charges on this guy. And that was to pretty much get him out of the equation and to get that belt up off of him. It did not want him being the heavyweight champion. He gloated. He would talk shit after he knocked white fighters out and all types of other shit. And back at this time, man, you talk about with the early 1900s.
Was this really like 19? I thought from what I'm hearing, this all like a lot of this shit went down in 1905.
Right.
Wow.
So you know, it was definitely heated to see a black person out here pulling those type of stunts. So like I said,
Alex Santos says people are claiming that Jack Johnson was the original Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Absolutely. He drove Cadillacs. He dressed in nice clothes. He smoked cigarettes. He would get drunk at the local bars. You know, Jack Johnson was a lot of fun.
Bitches.
He fucked a lot of white bitches. He gambled.
Was that unheard of to do things with a white woman back in that era?
For
that's
black
called
folks,
gangster shit, Corey Lee.
Yeah. Like he tested the waters. He did what the fuck he wanted to do. And he had money. And he had plenty of cars.
I'm just saying for some of the casuals out there, man, that don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
We're just talking about, you understand in the terms of history. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Or what went down at that time. So he couldn't, hell no. You get your balls cut off, you be hung somewhere. And
What's up, did it all. Legends at Ronald Finkley, Alex Santos.
And they couldn't go ahead and attack him. So after he would have these victories and he would beat up these fighters in the ring, they would find other black folks in the community, man, and beat down on them or go hang them. Like Jack Johnson.
So just because they couldn't get up.
Exactly. Yeah. Just because they you still with me, Corey?
Just because they can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You was going in and out.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I was saying just because they couldn't do that with Jack Johnson, you know what I'm saying? They try to do that with other black, other black people in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that would be celebrating or would be happy because of his success. Yeah, that's
from what I'm hearing. A lot of people, a lot of black, African Americans back in that day were very happy that this man was doing this type of shit.
It's like anything else. If you're a Puerto Rican person and we have a Puerto Rican heavyweight champion or a middleweight champion, you're going to be proud of that person because they're a part of your heritage. You understand what I'm saying? And for black folks at that time, we really didn't have much. We had the Negro League, that was ours. But also at that time, like to be the heavyweight champion was everything back then. That you were the fucking man to be the heavyweight champion, and we have a black heavyweight champion.
Wow.
And they wouldn't. That's why you look at with Rocky Marciano. He never fought a black fighter. I don't believe. Is it Rocky Marciano or was it Jack? I want to say it was Jack Dempsey, but he never. No, somebody on the walkie-talkie. That's my man. That's my supervisor. Yeah. But they didn't have, I want to say Jack Dempsey never fought a black fighter. Like, they wouldn't get in the ring with black fighters.
So how do you guys hold on. So how do you guys in the chat think about, this Jack Johnson situation, man? I mean, are you guys excited that he got pardoned today, or you know what I mean? And then like Black Horseman said, what are you saying now, Black Horseman? A lot of people are saying some stuff about
they on some other shit. They like, man, they more of like, man, fuck that Jack Johnson shit. This nigga Deontay Wilder up in there with the brown bow tie shaking Donald Trump hands and shit.
Oh no.
So Yeah, man. I even took another flip on it, but like I said, I ain't gonna bring it up right now, man, because I
Yeah,
looked at it from a different angle of the
yeah.
timing that they did this shit, and
Oh
I
my.
found out some other shit took place. So I'm gonna get into that later, though.
Oh, okay, yeah, but like I said, man, Larissa Johnson says long overdue. BX Legend says Jack Johnson used to toy with white folks in the ring with a gold tooth smile. Wow, wow. BX says Jack Dempsey never fought a black fighter. Wow. Oh, Jack Dempsey's SW is Jack Dempsey.
Right, right.
Now
I
Rocky.
said, yeah,
Now
I corrected. I
Rocky
corrected myself.
Marciano is Jack
Yeah,
Jack Dempsey was white too, right?
right. I corrected myself. I did say Jack Dempsey.
503 line, what's happening, man? Johnny Lawrence says, yes, I'm excited. Good for him. Wonder what his family thinking.
I think probably thinking long overdue. Because even given the circumstances of other people that have broken the law and that have gotten pardons, I understand you wanting to protect women's rights and the possibilities of
Yeah,
domestic abuse.
the odd fella said, damn, Jack Johnson got pardoned today.
Why did it take this long?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did, odd fella. Smash that like button and please subscribe, y'all. Mike James Boxing, what's good? How you feeling about it, Black Horseman? You a little quiet over there, man. I'm hollering at you. What's up?
My bad, bro. Man, shit. I mean, I be honest with you, man. When they first said the name earlier, when I went live, they was like Jack Johnson. I'm like, who the fuck is that on the real?
Oh.
And they had to fill me in on this shit. I'm like, oh, okay, because I remember the seeing a picture of him. You know what I'm saying? So when I looked up when I saw the picture, I'm like, okay, yeah, that dude. And yeah, I mean, that's the time period where niggas is probably fighting goddamn 20 rounds and shit, bare knuckle damn near. You know what I'm saying? Or just hand wraps. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying? And
from what from if y'all haven't gone and check out, hold on, I'm not trying to cut you off, but if you haven't checked out Blood Boxing, man, Blood Boxing did a wonderful piece, and it caught me up, man. He did a documentary piece on Jack Johnson, and if you haven't, go to Blood Boxing and go check out Jack Johnson, man. It was like a little documentary, and pretty much what a lot of legends say that how outspoken Muhammad Ali was. Jack Johnson was at least 3 times as that, in a day and age where that was frowned upon. You know what I mean? And that was not a good thing to do at that time. It wasn't a good thing to do with the Muhammad Ali in the Muhammad Ali time, but that was in the 60s the 60s and the 70s. Just imagine a black man doing that in the 1900s, 1905, 1910. I mean 1910. I mean, that's just wow, man.
gangster.
Shit, man. This dude was a living legend. Damn. Rest
Yeah,
in peace, Jack Johnson, man. And
yeah, man.
Alex Santos says, I remember seeing a documentary based on Jack Johnson years ago. But yeah, man, Blood Boxing did his own documentary, and I think that shit was saluted, man. Well, go ahead, Black Horseman.
No, I gotta actually check that out, man. I didn't know Blood did that on him, but after today, I'm gonna definitely, do more research on the dude. And they was telling me, I think Cali Nigma was on my stream earlier, and he was telling me how, what I'm saying, the dude was smashing white chicks, and talking about he walked into a bar or someplace, and took a white dude's wife or something like, I'm taking your wife home with me on that type of shit, and
Oh,
dude can say nothing. You know what I mean? You got a heavyweight. You got a champ in front of you, motherfucker, knock out dudes for a living. So, I
Larissa
don't know how he was able
Johnson
to get away
says,
with it.
Larissa Johnson says, absolutely gangsters. Yo, man. But yeah, man, salute to Jack Johnson, man. And so yeah, man, I mean, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua was in the news also today, man. If y'all haven't gone checked out, go check out the Stephen A interview with Anthony Johnson. I mean Anthony. Man, Anthony Joshua, man. Anthony Joshua. I called him Anthony Johnson. But if you haven't, go check out the Anthony Joshua interview with Stephen A. Smith. And pretty much he's telling Stephen A. Smith that Deontay Wilder is next. I don't know how much of that we can believe. Being what we're talking about now. I mean, we're in 2018. The fight should have been announced already. But like I
Right.
said, man, like I said, it's a lot of particulars that they got to go down and they got to get sorted out. But Anthony Joshua was talking very, very, very highly of fighting Deontay Wilder. And my personal opinion is I think it's damn time, dog. I think it's time that they square off. I know a lot of UK fans, been talking and talking and talking, and UK fans are welcome. I welcome Anthony Joshua fans. We have a hell of a lot of Deontay Wilder fans for you to talk to.
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty of them motherfuckers, dog.
So I mean, with that being said, man, did y'all get to check out the ESPN Stephen A. Smith interview? Did y'all check it out?
Nah, man, I didn't. I think it's the same one that Tiki was talking about yesterday. And how he was saying, he said some shit out of line, kind of. He's talking about he gonna knock him out in front of his family or some shit like that. And I heard that, yeah, that was the one that they feel like Deontay Wilder need to find out where this motherfucker is at. His coordinates, nigga. Where you at? You know what I mean? For that shit. But nah, man, I didn't even watch it, to be honest with you, man, because I don't even like the fact that they giving him this publicity and all this attention and shit. And he keep talking. But man, shut the fuck up and make the fight happen. You know what I'm saying? Just sign a contract and then you can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Then we can go around going to these different platforms and getting these interviews. But they interviewing this guy as if like he already has a fight, already signed. You know what I mean? But he just running his mouth, man, and I don't like that shit. Because if we down here running his mouth and the fight don't get made, man, they need to ban him from America. Don't ever come back to this motherfucker. Period.
I heard you saying on your live stream, man. Shout out Black Horseman. You were saying that you don't think that Anthony Joshua should get, pretty much from what I'm hearing, correct me if I'm wrong, is you feeling like he's getting too much promotion out here?
Absolutely too much promotion, man. And I mean, I ain't even been no hater. Like, he's not the American champ, bro.
Just explain yourself to the people that maybe caught that or something,
Yeah, so to clear it up for you, mentally impaired motherfuckers. No, I'm kidding. No, man. Yeah, I just felt like Deontay Wilder don't get as much credit and the love that they trying to give this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hated seeing big-eared motherfucking Reggie Miller go Facebook Live and you know what I'm saying, put him on his platform. Because like, you gotta understand, somebody like a Reggie Miller or Chris Webber or Stephen A, Snitch or whatever. It's like these motherfuckers got many fans, you know what I'm saying, many followers, and all of that shit. So it's
like Ogie, I'm gonna let you go because I got some shit I gotta say too. Go ahead, yo.
That nigga loading it up the pistol and shit. You about to let off. But yeah, man. I just feel like, you exposing this guy to your followers and subs and making him known. And we are in the true boxing fans. We know he's just a bitch because he's scared of Deontay Wilder. We know the real story is that he asked for $50 million. Deontay Wilder gave him, that fulfilled that offer or whatnot. And this motherfucker is running around acting like, Wilder is the holdup or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And they giving this guy unnecessary publicity, man. And I just think that he's was sent here by Eddie Hearn. And I think Eddie Hearn is really trying to promote this app, and his Matchroom shit, so that he can possibly recruit fighters, because at the same time that he got down here, you see Adrian Broner exposing how Eddie Hearn tried to send him that proposal or whatnot. He turned that shit down. So I think he's using Anthony Joshua as the face of that, as a recruiter. You know what I mean? And but all the while, he's going to these platforms trying to build up his star appeal in America, because Eddie Hearn knows that he's going to need his foot in the door in America some kind of a way. And he's not big enough. People don't even know who the fuck he is. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Anybody, you walk up to anybody, ask them, do you know who Eddie Hearn is? You be like, huh? Who the fuck is that?
100 Boxing UK. And that's another thing, y'all. If y'all are just tuning in, if y'all have anything to ask the panel, all you have to do is @ Corey Lee Boxing, and we will answer that for you. But 100 Boxing UK says, could the publicity benefit Wilder when the fight happens, as in purse? Hey, that's a possibility. That's a big possibility, man.
Oh, you mean being at Anthony Joshua's doing his self-promoting, going to these platforms? Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, like that's what he's talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Doing all of this type of, you know what I mean?
I mean, if he's doing this for the fight and the fight is getting ready to be made, yeah, that's all good because I wouldn't have an issue with it. If the fight is gonna be here in America and he's just doing his part to, you know, at least let everybody kind of know who he is and stop calling him Anthony Johnson and they can get his name right, you know what I mean? Because motherfuckers don't even know who he is, you know what I'm saying? So if you are going to come down here and fight, you know, then yeah, you need to be, you know, trying to, you know, make your star appeal, make yourself known down here, go to these platforms or whatnot. But my whole thing is the contract has not been signed yet. So if you just down here just to on some other agenda, then nah, get the fuck up out of here, man. Fuck up out of here. You know what I mean? And the motherfucker try to leave, have some goons at every airport.
This dude, yo, shout out World Breaker, man. My bad, World Breaker. World Breaker, you gotta hit me up.
Knocking on the window.
Nah. You gotta hit me up on the Google Hangouts because I have to manually put yours in every time. Like
okay.
you're the only one that I put in manually, and that's the only reason why I forgot. But welcome, World Breaker, man. If y'all haven't, go check out World Breaker's, you know, YouTube channel. Check him out. You know, he's got some hot dope shit. And Ronald Finkel, this dude off the chain. Ronald Finkley's off the chain early. He says, I want to feel my HD TV blow up the screen when Wilder hit that fuck boy with the gunshot. God damn. God. But yeah, man, you know, right now what we're talking about is Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. We're talking about is the Anthony Joshua Stephen A. Smith interview. Did you watch that yet, World Breaker?
No, I haven't watched it. I don't watch sellout TV. So
oh my God.
I don't fuck with Stephen A. Smith, bro.
Yeah. Oh, really? Man.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I ain't watched it. I don't fuck with him like that.
Oh,
bro.
y'all ain't fucking with eyes, so y'all ain't okay.
I want to see a horse with a hairline to his ears.
Oh my God, damn dog.
That's what you want.
The black community don't fuck with Stephen A. like that. Not the real ones, bro.
Thompson says, why wasn't AJ checked when he came into the country? Why are you not fighting the fuck out? Get the fuck out of the U.S.
Yeah, you gotta check in, homie.
God damn, yo. I mean, he had his little coat on, and I mean, he was looking all comfortable, man.
No, he wasn't. That nigga was looking around and shit, eating peanuts extra fast.
You said.
Niggas like, this nigga Wilder here.
He was on edge. You thought he was a little on edge. Yeah, I mean, he could have looked a little on edge. You know, that could be true.
Hey, I wanted to take a step back. That documentary on Jack Johnson came out in like 2004. It's the Kim
That's
Burns
what it was. Remember SW? Remember I said SW about something about 2004 SW?
Kim Burns.
I was saying something about that. He said that the documentary came out in 2004.
It was narrated by Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. I think it might be on YouTube.
Yeah, you can look at it. It is on YouTube. It's on. I mean, shit. That's a classic. That's
Shout out Kid Mid in the chat, yo. He said I look like a smile ass genuine. Yo, this dude wild, yo. But yeah, man.
Oh, you better clap back, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, why y'all got so many light skinned jokes, man? I'm Danny Garcia, and I'm Keith Thurman, and I'm Kell Brook. Oh shit, man! Now I'm genuine.
You do root for all the light skinned boxers, though. I will say that shit. David Hay, Kell Brook, Garcia. You do, bro.
David Hay count as light skinned? Shit, he kind of dark.
Hey man, you
the
know
niggas the same complexion, bro.
But yo, that's what I'm saying. So with that being said, what pretty much the Stephen A. Interview went down, man, is Stephen A. was asking him questions. First of all, he disrespected Anthony Joshua because he said that the two belt, that Anthony Joshua has only 2 belts. He started the conversation off by saying that
nobody knows this nigga.
Yeah, then he said he got 2 belts. Anthony Joshua technically has 4 belts, but 3 belts we only respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But right. And then with that being said, he pretty much said he went to say, he was like, so he was like, so are you, ready to fight Deontay Wilder? I mean, are you, ready to fight him? He was like, I've been fighting since I was 18. I'm always ready to fight. Deontay Wilder, is just all talk, and he's pretty much, what he was saying is he's not scaring him. You know what I mean? And as Stephen A. Smith quoted Deontay Wilder and said, pretty much Deontay Wilder said that Anthony Joshua, you're scared. You're scared to fight me. Good and well you're not gonna step up to the plate and all of this shit. And then that's when Anthony Joshua went on his spiel about he was like what has Deontay Wilder do when he was at 18 fights? He said, what did he do when he was 18 fights? Or when he what was he at when
20
he had
fights
20,
or some shit?
Where was he at when he had 21 fights?
Hey, Corey Lee.
Yo.
I wanted to answer a question that you had asked Black Horseman, and you were talking about Adrian Broner and the situation with Eddie Hearn. Now he outed him.
You said what did he say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what'd you say?
I wanted to answer a question that you asked Black Horseman. I couldn't get off the because I was like, I had to pause.
I hear you loading the chopper up. You good?
Right. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I want to talk about that shit, man, because that shit, right? Because I couldn't get off of mute. You were talking about Eddie Hearn and pretty much the bad fortune of America and not getting these fighters in that deal that he had signed, the $1 billion deal, and how he offered Adrian Broner pretty much pennies. He offered him $6 million.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to say something about that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if y'all don't know that Eddie Hearn offered first smash the hell out of that like button and please subscribe, man. We got some heavy hitters, man. We got World Breaker Fighting, we got SW, and we got Black Horseman Promotions live in the flesh. So, with that being said, smash that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Represent, man. I know y'all got love for the boy. So yeah, man, what we was talking about is Eddie Hearn's trying to buy all Al Heyman fighters, and he's trying to pretty much go for the gusto. He's trying to go for AB first. He's like, hey, look, we got a deal in place right now for you, AB. First fight, your purse would be $2 million even. Second fight, $2.2 million. In third fight, upwards of $2.5 million. So yeah, SW, how, will that ever trickle up to Deontay Wilder? Maybe him buying out Deontay Wilder. Will we ever see the day that a Eddie Hearn could ever buy a Deontay Wilder out? I mean, because he's throwing around money right now.
Money's not going to make you here at an already corrupt branch where Deontay Wilder has more money than Eddie Hearn. He has bigger supporters and more money than Eddie Hearn's. And second of all, Eddie Hearn has already disrespected this man by lying and bullshitting to the media and saying, how does a guy from Alabama get $50 million? I mean, that has its own little undertones itself. So when you look at that from the outside looking in, these guys, these fighters, I want to say 70 said this, but it was a good analogy. These fighters look at Eddie Hearn and they feel like, you know what? This guy is just trying to come up off of me. He's just trying to use me. And that's what it looks like. That's a slave deal.
Hey, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, man, for the guys that don't have the deals, like I'm going to tell you, World Breaker Fighting and you, Black Horseman, for the guys that don't have a deal, like the Gabriel Rosados of the world, the Julio Cesar Chavez Juniors of the world, that, I'm not going to say they've been blackballed, here in boxing, but let's be honest, man, they haven't been fighting lately. You know what I'm saying? For those type of guys, I think this deal, I think this deal could be perfect for those type of guys. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I think Chavez is too lazy. Rosado, I'm riding with you on that. Yeah. I'm riding with you with Rosado. Yeah. But to add to the last point that I had with speaking about that is simply this. With Rock Nation, and we know the deal with Rock Nation with Adrian Broner.
And that's another thing for everybody out there. Adrian Broner turned down, what was it now, Santi?
$40 million.
$40 million 5-year deal for Rock Nation, and Jay-Z offered.
No, it was 6 fights. I'm sorry, bro. It was 6 fights.
6 fights, $40 million. And Adrian, the fucking problem Broner, turned a career high payday down.
He invited him to his private parts, man.
And he told Jay-Z to suck his dick.
What the fuck? And he's still alive?
So to go back here, and I want to circle this. This is very
Excuse my language. I ain't want to go there. But you know what I mean?
This is important. This is very important. So if you break that deal down, right, in half, that's $20 million for 3 fights, right? But Eddie's trying to pay this man $6 million for 3 fights. That's a damn slave. It's a slave contract. You just got $1 billion deal.
Plantation.
Here it is. Somebody's going to be leading. Matter of fact, it was Black Fight Fan that said it. I want to give him his credit. But here's a man that's supposed to be leading, being the face of your new marketing deal that you have, and you about to give him $6 million out of the investor's $1 billion deal? Hey, how much respect do you have for him?
Can I interrupt real quick?
Absolutely.
Go ahead, man.
I just saw a video that just pulled up from Fernand said Eddie Hearn loses Pulev versus White purse bid badly.
I knew that was gonna happen, man. I knew that was gonna happen, man. We'll actually gonna get to that. We gotta get to that too, man. We're gonna get to that too, because I had told y'all about Povetkin's promoter yesterday. I told y'all about that shit yesterday. But we're gonna get back to that in a minute.
What did Povetkin promoter do?
Povetkin promoter fucking bought out the fucking purse bid, dog. He bought that shit out, dog.
We already said this. We talked about this before.
I told y'all about that shit already, dog. I told y'all about that shit. And I told Suleiman's ass too. Sorry if I'm getting excited right now, because shit like this get me a little heated, man. You know what I mean? I told that motherfucker Suleiman yesterday that Alexander Povetkin's promoter can buy out the goddamn purse bid. Easy.
You can feel a cold wind hitting Anthony Joshua back. You can feel a cold wind.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Povetkin versus Joshua, he don't buy that motherfucker out.
But this one is
who did he buy out? Who did Povetkin buy out? It wasn't Joshua. Then who was it?
Pulev, another mandatory. I think it's the IBF route.
So he got checkmate number 3.
Yo, if them two are fighting, I got Povetkin beating the shit out of him.
Yeah,
I got Povetkin beating the shit out of him. But yeah, man, we're gonna go back to the Povetkin in a minute, man. I want to touch on this AB thing, man. So do you think that was a bad deal for him to turn that down, Black Horseman?
That $6 million deal?
No, that 40.
I mean, looking at his career now, yeah. I mean,
but you gotta also put in the circumstances. Everybody in the chat, when Jay-Z on Rock Nation offered Adrian Broner the $40 million, it was right before the Marcus Mcdonnell fight. So he was undefeated.
If he had premonition skills and able to see he was gonna get knocked the fuck out by Mcdonnell, he would have took that shit quick.
Wow, boy. Does the shit change after the Povetkin shit, man? I mean after the Madonna shit, man. Wow, man. Yo, everybody just dropped. Yo, Black. Yo, World Breaker, you still there, man? What's up, dog?
But he has not.
Oh, they back.
Yeah, he hasn't made.
Told y'all Eddie Hearn, man. Y'all fucking with Eddie Hearn.
No, that was that Jay-Z Illuminati drop on.
That was Jay-Z that time. All right.
Yeah, but y'all, Broner has not made $40 million now. He hasn't. In 6 fights, he hasn't made $40 million. So it would have been smart to take that deal. I agree. I completely agree. Like, you just clipped yourself. Now, to take that $6 million is ridiculous. Yeah. And the talks are he's borrowing money from Al Hayden before he's taking some of these fights.
Okay.
Yeah. So I ain't trying to throw the man under the bus or nothing, man. But shit.
I mean, you gotta understand, AB is one of those type of household names, man. He got a name. I know a lot of people say he loses, and I know a lot of people say, but we went over this last night. Danny Jacobs might have a better record than Adrian Broner, but he does not sell anywhere close to what AB sells, man. And I'm just being honest, man. AB is sellable. You know what I mean? There's a thing in boxing called sellable fighters and non-sellable fighters. You know what I mean? My personal opinion, I don't mean to put, Jarrell Miller down or Danny Jacobs down. But let's be honest, man. Eddie Hearn got some tough tough cookies right there, man.
Yeah, and not to mention,
out. And we didn't talk about which we did last week. The Charlo brothers turning down his deal, and he also he wanted Wilder to sign with him.
That's another thing I want to talk. I'm glad you brought up the Charlos, man. Because shout out Barbershop Conversations, man. Barbershop Conversations said, man, recently that the Charlos, man, they're looking like they're gonna be doing their own deal, man. They might be headlining their own shows. They're gonna be doing their training camp out there, the Watson training facility out there in Cali, I think it is. They're gonna be doing a little bit of training out there. But let's be honest, y'all.
They live out there.
The Charlos could headline their own card right now. Right now, I would pay for that shit. If both brothers were on the same
card. Not in Cali, but they can do it in Texas. If both fighters were on the same card.
Yeah,
the twins and Spence on the same card. That's all you need. Oh my
God, that's a blockbuster. You got 3, but it'll almost be 3 title fights if the Charlo can get that Golovkin fight. Damn, boy. That's the only thing. That's
Jamal
the only
would
thing
have to be the main event.
Yeah, he would never get that fight. They wouldn't let that man nowhere near that boy. You know that. He wouldn't do his shit. That shit would be a fucking slaughter, man.
Trying to fight your 2-year-old child.
Because I'm like, Spence got a belt. The 154 Charlo brother got a belt, and the other Charlo dropped his belt at 154. If you remember, y'all, he dropped his belt at 154 to move up to get a belt, and he hasn't got one yet. Was that a smart move on Charlo's decision? Let's be honest now, y'all.
Yes, because at the end, Triple G is going to have to fight that man or let that belt go. That's how that's going to go. He's not going to have a whole lot of choices to play games. And for Golovkin, either he's going to fight him or he's going to fight Sergio. What's Davinchenko? What's the IBF mandatory's name?
Yo, Alex Santos says, damn, that's what I always thought. Charlos can headline. Yeah, man.
They did before. Didn't they do before when the first Charlo brother fought Austin No Doubt Trout? They were on the same card, right?
Austin No Doubt.
Yeah, they was, bro.
Yeah, they was because the other brother fought. Either he fought Charles Haley or he fought Julian Jackson's son. One of the two.
But let's be honest, man. Let's be honest, though. Al Heyman ain't no dumb motherfucker, man. Let's be honest, y'all. Al Heyman is putting these cards together, and he's beefing up the undercard with the Charlo twins exclusively. Exclusively.
Yeah, but Corey Lee, I think they've done enough to get their
They gotta get ahead. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said that shit, dog. I think both Charlos deserve their own headline show. And like another fucking, I don't know if he was a troll or what he was, but he commented on my goddamn, on my Oscar De La Hoya shit. He was like, if Oscar had Earl Spence, he would be a pay-per-view star by now. You know what I'm saying? And all of this shit, you know what I mean? And I'm like, because I was pretty much saying that Oscar De La Hoya is taking shots at the PBC and Eddie Hearn, but your stable ain't looking the best, buddy.
Right, and we're tired of this era. Right. Look here. If we can watch the finals.
Come on, Oscar. Come on, Oscar.
People are tired of you taking prime fighters and putting them on pay-per-view and charging $70. You ain't got to do that to us. We do enough putting these fucking videos together and busting our ass to promote people.
The BX legend says Earl Spence has no personality. Well, I mean, hey.
I disagree with that.
Hey,
you tripping, bro?
I disagree with that.
Hey, that sounds like BX. Man down right there.
No.
Hashtag man down. Right.
Yeah. Hey, VX legend, they ain't rocking with you on that one. They might rock with you on a lot of shit, but they ain't gonna rock with you on that one, yo. I feel like
the record. Dude that walk up on you, man.
I feel like the record just stopped, yo. God damn. Hey, Earl Spence has no personality. Damn.
Somebody just put in my comment, I guess, on one of my videos I did recently on Thurman, I think 2 weeks ago, and they says Thurman versus Victor Ortiz early August.
Thurman versus. Oh, wow. He did get a draw with Devin Alexander. And, to be honest with you, man, that Devin Alexander fight, Victor Ortiz was supposed to lose that fight handily. I thought he lost that fight handily. Not
he lost that damn fight, man. He got robbed like shit.
And I made a video on that shit. And that video ain't getting no love. That was one of them videos motherfuckers won't fucking with, I guess, man. But I made a video about that shit, man. And I was pretty much in the outcry for Devin Alexander. I was like, they robbed him. It's fucked up how boxing politics are. And I just went on one of my rants on that video. I try to keep the videos peaceful. You know what I mean? But that one, I was like, they called me right after the fight was over. It was one of those type of videos, y'all. So it was like this shit just happened. I got to talk about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, because this shit was so crazy. I was getting my hair done, and the girl that do my hair, my cousin, she was like, that fight you were just watching, because I was on the way home. I'm like, I'm not even gonna wait to hear the particular. I'm not gonna wait to hear the decision because I know who won the fight. It was a wide margin, so I'm out. Plus, it took so long to do my hair, so I was like, you know what, I'm out. She called me and she said, it was a draw, right? I said, what? Hell no, you gotta be joking, yo. Man, I went on BoxRec, man. They had posted that shit already. I was like, God damn. They robbed that motherfucker Devin Alexander, man. But that's gotta be Victor Ortiz. The only way he gonna get that fight, man. What's up? World Breaker, you there? What's up, Black Horse?
You consider that a tune-up for Thurman?
Victor Ortiz versus Keith Thurman?
Or competitive?
I think that's going to be a knockout, dog. I think Victor Ortiz has power, but he gets hurt too. It's like soon as he gets a little bit hurt, he's finished. There's no more fighting him left.
Heart.
No heart left.
There's no heart in him.
No heart left, dog. And Keith Thurman's heartless. Keith Thurman's heartless. That should be the perfect fight for him to come back with. That'll be a showcase fight. That's gonna be That's gonna be one of those type of 3-round, Thurman's back type of joints. You know what I mean? Like 3 rounds though. You know what I mean? What's everybody in the chat saying, man? Y'all feeling that Keith Thurman versus Victor Ortiz? They talking about some other shit. They still can't get over what BX Legend said.
Right, man down.
Yo. God damn, yo. Y'all still on my man after that shit, dog. Damn, yo. But yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one of those type of deals, man, where you really gotta understand that, right now, man, it's one of those type of deals, man, that it's just crazy the way this shit's set up, Black Horseman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my personal opinion is the way the whole boxing is set up right now, like, the Muhammad Ali Act was for the managers and the promoters to not get along. You know what I'm saying? So they won't feed off the fighters and shit. But I feel like, with Eddie Hearn and PBC, these big companies are giving these guys money. I'm being honest, man. I haven't seen the money, for Eddie Hearn, but I'll be honest, PBC's got that money right now. You know what I'm saying?
Heyman
got that paper, dog. So look, if y'all got any questions to ask us, man, feel free to ask us right now, man. It's perfect time, dog. Alex Santos says Victor Ortiz should retire. Harden says, I like that last name too. Alexander says, Harden says Alexander and Thurman. That'll be a good fight. But I think that'll be a boring fight because Alexander be dodging that knockout all night.
He gonna get slapped, I think. Well, it just depends, man. Thurman gotta come. He gotta come back.
He gotta come correct. Yeah, he gotta come correct with Alexander. But BX Legend says I'm just stating facts with the key. Well, I guess with the Earl Spence joint.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Ronald Finkley says I fucks with AB because he doesn't quit. Salute. Yeah, man. You already know, man. But that's what I'm saying, you guys, man. Corey laugh out loud Harden. But yeah,
the thing is with Spence, bro, is I mean, when he ain't in front of the cameras, he ain't really all outgoing. But when he around his folks, like his peoples, Jamal, if he know you, he you know what I'm saying, he comfortable. You'll see his personality then. But if he don't know you, he ain't gonna just come out and be all like, you know what I'm saying, like Broner and shit.
So yeah, that's a good question. I want to ask everybody in the chat since we're on that subject, and I want to ask World Breaker this next. Is Earl Spence sellable? 1, and 2, does Earl Spence have a personality? Because BX Legend said that Earl Spence doesn't have a personality. I mean, maybe he might be on to something, you know? I mean, I know he's not as loud as some other fighters like AB, you know, and, you know, different other characters in boxing. I mean, he definitely
Broner got to do all of that to make up for being a C+ fighter and shit.
Oh, all right. Well,
you know what I mean? Spence can go in there and knock you out and just use his slogan, man down, strap season. That's it. Strap me up, man down. Like, nigga, what personality you need?
What's up, man?
Errol Spence's personality is beat you the fuck up and move on. And that's all he needs. So
go ahead.
He lets his ability speak for him. And sometimes you don't need to be the loudest guy in the bunch. People have this thing that everybody needs to be like Ali or needs to be a terror like Mike Tyson. At the end of the day, some people just beat people the fuck up and they move on about their business. Joe Louis did. If you ever look at Overeem,
yeah, he was quiet, right?
Huh?
He was quiet, wasn't he?
Quiet as a motherfucker. In fact, he was actually borderline retarded. Real talk.
Damn, dog.
I'm not even joking. So,
Hey, Alex Santos got a good point. He says Earl Spence showed a bit of personality when he was face to face with Kell Brook in Vegas.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, yeah, see, he was like, he told me to step on him.
Yo, Black Horseman, how y'all feeling about that, man? Wow.
That was what made me realize, like, oh, this motherfucker do got personality.
And but he had to bring it out in him, though.
What a thing.
Yeah. If you say something to him, he be on your ass.
Look who brought it out in him, though. Hey!
Here you go. Light skin love.
This is the thing.
Kell Brook, baby. He coming back 2018, baby. Watch out, dog. Kell Brook.
Really not about that talk. I mean, that's just the way it is. You know, he's not about that talk. He's about the action.
The BX Legend says that's because white folks like him that way. Shake my head. The BX Legend says y'all just ain't seeing the big picture.
Nah, Errol Smith's personality is just his personality. So
I mean, how would you rate his personality?
On Smoke City Mobcast?
How would you rate his personality? World Breaker?
I don't rate it at all. I mean, when
what's up, Underrated Darkness, Don Banks? What's up with y'all?
You gotta look at it like this. Adrian Broner has to be outgoing because he has to make up for deficits. Errol Spence doesn't have to make up for deficits. Him beating people up is what makes him marketable at the end of the day. When he comes to a fight, he don't have to talk shit. He'll say something, a little quip in his voice, you know, say man down, or, you know, we'll see in the ring, or if you want to fight, all you got to do is call Al. He don't say much shit. All he does is knock motherfuckers out. I mean, what else can you
Hold on, what state do both of y'all live in right now?
Texas, bro.
Oh, well then, hold on, y'all. This might be a little biased, y'all. Hold on, man.
We might have to
get some other people on this motherfucker, man.
Hey, I'm from Cali, but nigga, I gotta call it like it is, bro.
Hey, if it was someone else,
I was like, hold up.
Texas card on it. Good card, bro.
Yeah. I had to wait and see who I was talking to because SW was gone, though. You know what I mean?
With a Texas card.
Oh shit! The BX Legend says, "Laugh my ass off." Exactly.
I'm glad you had a joke at our expense.
Oh my god, man! But yeah, man. With that being said, BX Legend says, "I knew it."
Hey, let me ask you this: did George Foreman have a personality in his younger days?
Hey, but but let me go back. I want to go back to I mean George Foreman. I don't think so. James, Hey, James in the chat, man. He's been saying some good shit in the chat, man. Shout out James in the chat, man. He said,
hey, you know who else said something good? Marcus Johnson. He said Kell Brook would be retired this year if he fights Hearn. That's a real fact.
Yo, that ain't good shit, dog.
Carol Booker people.
This thing, Black Horseman just read anything in the chat, yo. He just read anything.
Kell Brook forehead probably.
This
nigga just looked down the chats and like, oh yeah, that's a good one to read. Kell Brook's name's in it.
Who made dough in the 1970s in boxing? I mean,
oh my God.
Ali was by far the highest paid athlete in the 70s when it came to boxing.
Yo, the BX legend says, and Foreman made no dough. Wow.
That's not true.
He didn't make no dough in the
I know he made money on that Foreman grill. But that was after though.
To sit up and build a church, bought a bunch of land. That's totally not the case. That dude.
Hold on. Daniel Johnson. Like I said, I'm trying to read these comments best as possible, y'all. So just bear with me. I really do want to answer y'all's questions, me and the panel. But like I said, this guy really had a good comment, man. I really, really want to read this, y'all. Okay, so Daniel Johnson, and then I'm gonna go down where Daniel Johnson wrote. He says at Corey Lee. I'm saying Johnson for everything, yo. At Corey Lee's boxing, he says the Charlos have set themselves up to headline their own cards based on fighting ability and the people they keep around them. They can mix in the music scene and their fight cards. Wow, I mean, he's got a good point, man. Do you guys think, and I want to know what you guys think in the chat, do you guys think that the Charlos are ready for their own card right now?
Yeah. No technical.
No more co-features, main event status now. The Charlo twins.
Charlo twins, man, they definitely can do some things right now. The only thing I don't like about that is them hanging around that music scene like that. That's why niggas calling them cokeheads, because they keep hanging around Chris Brown. You don't want that shit on you.
Oh, are they hanging around Chris Brown for real?
A little too much, bro. And they had me kind of raise my eyebrows a little bit like, why y'all hanging around him?
Do you think one of the Charlos is a cokehead? I mean, let's be honest, man. I mean, come on, man. Hey, somebody said that about him, man. Maybe they weren't lying.
And it wasn't more. It was more than one. It was
That's
first Broner said it.
Man.
Deontay Davis said it. Even Joshua Greer, Night, the bantamweight, he said that shit too.
He said what's that name? Too?
He said that shit. He was standing right behind him, and he said that shit. And that motherfucker, Jamel, got hot. But I'm like, why you so mad if it ain't true? Like, I'm not calling them niggas cokeheads. I'm just saying, why y'all hang with Chris Brown? Chris Brown, we know.
But let's be honest, y'all. Drugs are in the sport, whether it be weed, whether it be alcohol, whether it be coke, whether it be, whatever they might be on. Hey, Tyson Fury did coke. Hey, man, he's trying to bounce back. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best thing to do. I'm not saying that that's what boxers should do. They're athletes. They should be drug-free. But also, like I said,
Erickson Lubin did that, put out that meme too. Can't forget that one.
What meme?
Well, you know what?
You didn't see the meme where he had Jamel's face down to a mountain of coke?
Oh no!
Oh, you missed that one, bro.
Oh no! This is a lot of people saying coked up, man, for Charlo, man. Wow, man, it's a lot of people.
But Aaron Pryor was known to have done coke before fights. The Charlos, if they do, I mean, cocaine exits the system.
Yo, Alex Santos said hashtag lines only. Wow.
That's what he put out. Erickson Lubin put out that shit.
Wow, y'all are doing a bit much right now.
That's what they talking about. Erickson Lubin put out that meme, lines only, and he had Jamel's face photoshopped on a dude's face down to a mountain of coke. I was like,
my God, man.
You trying to get knocked out.
And that's another thing too, man. That's another thing too, man. And, hey, look, my personal opinion is I don't think the Charlos are on coke. That's my personal opinion. But like Black Horseman says, the first time, shame on me. The second time, shame on you. The third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time somebody says it.
Shame on somebody.
God damn. What is a guy like me supposed to say? I mean, you heard it 8 times. I mean, shit. I mean, eight people.
I heard it from 5 people already. So
I mean, 8 people, 3 memes later. I mean, what's up? I mean, what's up, Charlo? You got a problem?
Cocaine and a performing enhancing drug.
Give me the paraphernalia, sir.
God,
out your pockets.
Damn, yo. God damn.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, yo.
I hope that's not true, man. But you know, when I mean, I heard all the rumors, and then when I saw that interview on Showtime, that one guy who used to do MMA and whatnot, I keep forgetting his name, but he be doing the interviews or whatnot.
Yo, hold on, smash that like button, y'all. Come on, man. Y'all gotta get these likes up, man. Smash that like button, man. Come on, man. Smash that like button.
Subscribe, bro.
Smash that like button, y'all. Come on, man. Please subscribe to the channel, man. Show some love, man. We need some love in this bitch. But yeah, man. So what were y'all saying there?
Nah, I was just saying that you know, I was seeing the memes and hearing all the rumors about them being on coke before I seen that interview recently. Was like 2 weeks ago with both of the twins was on Showtime, and they started talking about they was hanging with Chris Brown. I'm like, oh, that's why niggas is thinking that, huh?
Hey,
them hitting women more to me.
Oh, who is hitting women? Who is hitting women? Now we're hitting women.
Brown.
What?
That's cokehead behavior. Oh, okay.
I'm like, oh shit, dude.
I said you have to worry about them possibly hitting women hanging around Chris Brown.
Oh, now how they gonna hit women because they around Chris Brown? Now, you reaching, yo. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. Hey, World Break. I caught you reaching on that one, dog. How the hell they gonna hit women because they just with them? No. God damn. Get a brother a break. Damn. He went from
doing coke to busting bitches in the mouth.
Hey. They had a picture of Chris Brown.
Hey yo, Black Horseman. He worse than Cali, yo.
Right at the book, nigga.
Oh, 2 months ago, there's a picture of Chris Brown choking a chick. No bullshit.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, I feel you though, but I mean, you know,
notorious. You know,
crazy.
That's why.
So look. This what I really want to read this one. Daniel Johnson says, but he's talking about Charlo. But he's still putting hands on dudes. So until they don't take care of their family and or getting their ass whooped, we can't really talk on it as if it's legit. Hey, you got a great point, man. But hey, this is Corey Lee's boxing.
We're gonna talk about
the topic got brought up. And I'm just going with the flow, my brother.
We're chopping it up like they're chopping down coke. Baby.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just chopping it up, dog.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question. Why didn't they let Max Kellerman interview Anthony Joshua on ESPN?
You said why didn't they?
That's my question. Why didn't they let the boxing expert?
They probably don't even want to interview that motherfucker. Have they ever interviewed him before?
Yo, Johnson, funny.
That's HBO. So he fucks with Showtime.
Part of ESPN still too.
That's true. I forgot. I don't know, bro. That's a good question. That is a good question. Steve,
thank y'all too, man. To all the new fans that's been sharing my stuff on social media, man. I've been seeing my shit pop up on Facebook every now and then, man. I really do appreciate all the love y'all been doing, man. Like Ronald Finkley says, share on all social media. He always says that shit, dog. Shout out to Ronald Finkley, dog. That's my boy.
Hey, look at Mark. You see what Marcus Johnson said in the chat?
Yo, what'd he say, dog?
He said, breaking news, Eddie signed Chavez by offering him $50K and a pound of loud and Salido for $5K and 24 cases of Modelo and Tecate. Y'all niggas is crazy, bro.
Hey, man, I don't even know where Chavez Jr. gonna fight at. That motherfucker, he got to be about 220. The way he looked the last time I seen him in a video, got to be fighting at cruiserweight or light heavy. There's no way he's gonna be fighting.
He's not disciplined. Eddie Hearn shouldn't even be considering him. He's not even disciplined.
So look, y'all got any questions to ask us? Let us know, man. We here to answer any of your questions, man. You know what I mean? My bad. It got a little crazy for a minute in there, man.
But why they getting their questions together, man? You know, also the pro debut of Marcelo's Wilder, Deontay Wilder younger brother.
That's another thing, yo. I posted that shit on my. If y'all haven't checked it out, go on Instagram, man. I've been slacking with the Instagram Corey Lee's boxing account on Instagram, man. But I'm gonna be catching up with it. I'm gonna be starting to post a little bit more shit. I got somebody helping me out with the account, man. You gotta understand, man. I'm a one-man band sometimes, so I'm trying to get it all together, man. And like I said, man, I don't think I'm doing bad for 4 months of boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get it in there. We're trying to push that content. Like Barbershop Conversation said, shout out to Barbershop Conversation. Me and him had a one-on-one, and his shit was just lovely, man. He just told me some real key shit to do, man. And, I'm going to follow what he's saying, man. And just to meet people like that in person and them people really fuck with you really meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Barber Shop Conversations, man. That guy, he was awesome, man. And I seen him all 3 days in a row, man. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what's
it was all love, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah,
did he get you some breakfast, dog? Did he take care of you there?
Nah, man, yo.
That's when you know a motherfucker look, hey man, let's go get some Sizzler or some goddamn some taco.
Nah, because what it was is I would have probably got breakfast with him, but he stayed in a room up the street from the hotel. Gotcha. And I went all the way back home all 3 days. So I was debating to stay that last Saturday night after the fight was over. I was like, do I spend $100 on a room or do I drive another 2 hours home? Like, which one do I do? You know what I mean? And I wasn't drinking, so I was just like, man, let me just suck it up. You know, I'll feel better in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I sucked it up. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, ain't no super chat popping off, so I gotta try to budget my money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
We help you. Hopefully we help in pushing you to that 1,000.
So hell yeah, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Thank you, Underrated Darkness, and everybody on there, man. But yeah, man, Ronald. Yeah, but yeah, man. So with that being said, man, like I said, man, what do you guys think about Oscar De La Hoya, you know, pretty much saying that he can promote? You know, what do you have to say about Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya going after the PBC fighters? If the PBC ain't shit, why you going for their fighters?
Spatula and lies. That's all.
Hey, you feel me, Black Horseman? I mean,
racist. Racist, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you saying that Eddie Hearn saying that, you know, if you want to get dates, if you want to get promoted the right way, if you want to know when you're fighting, come to Matchroom Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Oscar De La Hoya saying, you know, if you really want a real promoter behind you, pushing you every day and, you know, there for you every single day, come with Golden Boy Boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy Promotion. What'd he say? In the eye and respect him enough to entrust your career to him. Hey, Funa, hey, Felix, man, great comment, man. Great fucking comment, dog. Great comment. Felix says, as a man, how the fuck could you look at Oscar in the eye and respect him enough to entrust your career to him? Wow. Great comment.
Yeah, let me get on these two. You know, Eddie Hearn, I was watching Black Fight Fan TV for a little bit, and he brought up some excellent points about Eddie Hearn not laying the groundwork to be a promoter in America. He thinks because he got an infusion of cash that he can automatically buy what's already built. He hadn't paid his dues here. He doesn't have any contracts. He set up the app that he has for failure already. They haven't even launched. They're supposed to launch next month. And he can't get fighters on board because he's being publicly destroyed. People are saying no to him publicly. Adrian Broner went further and just listed the whole damn deal on his Twitter and said it was a slave deal. So when you have these people in boxing that people do listen.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm sorry, y'all. What Fanon said is Fanon just said that it was the Eddie Hearn loses the Pulev versus Dillian White purse badly. I thought I said Povetkin. I think I said Povetkin. I'm sorry, you guys, but go ahead, World Break. I'm sorry. I had to clear that up.
But essentially, what you have is a situation where this guy is trying to buy his way into the American market,
right?
And he doesn't have enough money to buy his way into the American market. And let's real talk. If he got advanced to 2 years, which I think he only got advanced to one personally, you're talking about $125 million. That's why Adrian Broner got a $6 million offer instead of a $20 million offer. He doesn't have an infusion of cash. That's why, you know,
he's misinformed, I guess. I think he's misinformed. I think he think all the fighters out here is broke.
Well, it ain't that he's misinformed. He doesn't care about the market. He doesn't understand it. He's not trying to. He's an arrogant son of a gun who's ignorant. And so What you have is a guy that's trying to bull his way in, but he's a small fish. He's a small fish in a big pond. You know, in England, he's a big fish in a small pond, and that's the difference. So when it comes to Oscar De La Hoya, look, you had Richard Schaefer. You screwed over Richard Schaefer. He left on you. Okay, and since then you've been in situations where you've been taking pictures of in lingerie more than once. You've had
this
dead serious. You had spatulas in your ass.
What are you talking about lingerie, man? This is a boxing. What happened? I mean, what are you? Where did that come?
Let me finish. I'm gonna lay it out to you. Image is everything, bro. Self-image. And so
this guy can't. I mean, the spatulas, I knew it was gonna come up, but I didn't know when it was gonna come up tonight. I just didn't know.
Spatulas gonna stay forever. Because it forever. Bottom line. The dude
talking about, man,
in compromising positions that have hurt his business. And so now this is another consecutive incident of that. He's had dubious dealings with young girls. This guy is bad for business. No one wants to be attached to shit like that. And so, you know, that's why I don't think Canelo. I couldn't imagine Canelo signing with Oscar De La Hoya again because it's too much. And so then on top of that, you lost the people that actually built your organization. And since you have, your business has floundered. You've lost everybody. All you have is Canelo. Period. And whoever, Ryan Garcia, who you're trying to bring up, he doesn't look so good. He didn't look so good his last fight. So Oscar needs to shut the fuck up and concentrate on rebuilding his brand and pay people off when he needs to.
So yeah, man. With that being said, man, wow, man. You know, there's a lot of shit going down in boxing right now, man. I'm trying to switch, kind of, try not to stay on the same topic too long. But you got to understand, man, there's a bunch of fight. I mean, like I said, man, right now, my personal opinion about the Oscar De La Hoya situation is he needs to worry about himself before he's worrying about any other promoter right now. I mean, let's be honest, y'all. Yeah. I mean, come on. You're trying to sneak this promoters that are actually getting successful revenue. Yeah. You have one fighter, dog. I'm being honest, and I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not like a hypocrite. I'm not like, being racist or something because he's Spanish and, these other two guys. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is Oscar De La Hoya's numbers have been sinking. I'm just being honest. It's in black and white, man.
Plus, and he had Luis Ortiz and he did nothing with him.
And I mean, look, man.
Deontay Wilder, didn't he? If I remember.
Yeah. Wilder,
early in his career,
Wilder for a little while. Yes, he did.
So there's a lot of credence lent to the fact that Golden Boy doesn't push African American fighters in the business, and I've heard this throughout. So you had Deontay Wilder, who's currently the champ on a serious knockout streak, at 40 fights, 39 wins, and you had him, but you didn't promote him correctly. And this pretty much coincides with the Richard Schaefer situation. Once Richard Schaefer left the equation, Golden Boy sunk. I know you read no comments.
Nah, I'm reading this fucking purse bid, y'all. I gotta get into this real quick. I'm sorry to pick it up.
If that dude's so solid with
this purse bid is kind of getting crazy, y'all. Y'all gotta listen to me when I read this. All right, this is from a new bidder, man. Listen to this shit, y'all. Listen to this shit. Okay, the Dillian White versus Pulev, there was a surprise bidder that beats Eddie Hearn and the Shoreland. It says the Shoreland for rights. So they beat Eddie Hearn and Pulev's promoter. So there was a surprise bidder that outdid both promoters. That normally never happens in boxing. So this is what I'm trying to read to y'all. It says a surprise bidder beat out the promoters of Dillian White and Corbett Pulev on Thursday to earn the rights to promote their IBF mandated heavyweight elimination match. Epic Sports and Entertainment, a New York-based company that's new to the boxing business, submitted the winning offer of $1.5 million during a purse bid at the IBF headquarters in Springfield, New Jersey. The company with which longtime boxing attorney John Wirt is involved easily surpassed the offer submitted by Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. Since Matchroom Boxing got all this money, how you getting outbid by a no name promoter, dog? Let's be honest. That's another thing. And Team Sutherland, Pulev. Hearn bid. Listen to this, y'all. Hearn bid at $830,000, and Team Surlander bid at $801,000. So Eddie Hearn was gonna win that by the squeak of his teeth by 30,000. This team from God knows where bid double than both bidders.
Bro,
both bidders.
They're from New York. The attorney, I've heard of that attorney.
Wow.
This is the thing, dog. If he's so flush with cash, why is he budgeting everything?
Yeah, like he almost lost that to Sutherland.
Walmart promoter.
Right. Right. That's a motherfucking Dollar Tree promoter. Fuck the Walmart.
Yo, this dude Black Horseman off the chain, dog.
Hey, but real talk. Everything that Eddie Hearn's doing. So this is what I'm gonna break down about Eddie Hearn. You're getting outbid by people who don't have a name in boxing.
No name at all.
No name at all. People are turning down offers from you, and you're trying to stonewall a $50 million guarantee for your only fighter worth of fuck. What kind of, you have no business sense.
It's crazy.
You need to take your ass right back across the pond and try again. You know, at the end of the day, he doesn't make any sense. Nothing is logical here.
Hey, Alex Santos says, can you explain how these purse bids work exactly? Did y'all want to explain, or did y'all want me to explain it?
You explain it.
All right, I'll let it rip, man.
I'll let one of y'all.
Alex Santos, pretty much how purse bids work, from my knowledge, is one promoter bids at a certain level. There's a minimum base on every purse bid. Okay, there's a minimum base for maybe a championship eliminator type deal. There's different levels for the purse bid, but just say this bid was probably upwards of got to be like over 200,000. Let's just say that, you know what I'm saying. Each promoter bids a certain amount so they can host the event, and they get all of the proceeds that they get from the event. And what that means is, say that Matchroom wins, Eddie Hearn wins, they're gonna have it in the UK, and they're gonna have it at their venue. Okay, their venue and their revenue, Eddie Hearn gets all of that back from that venue. Okay, now if Sutherland would have won, they would have had it, wherever Pulev is from, and then they would have got all of the revenue. But then again, it's tricky too, because sometimes the purse bids, you overbid, and the event is not worth that much.
You lose.
You got to understand that too. Come on now. I've seen that numerous times, man. These heavy hitters like this New York-based promoter that we've never heard of, that we never heard of, won the bid. He bid almost double than both promoters. Pretty much, he outbidded both promoters combined almost.
But what's 1.5 million in New York, given the situation? The guy, the attorney I've heard of, he's been around a long time. He has a jack. At the end of the day, Eddie Hearn is getting cut up at every level coming over here, and he's stonewalling the fight that can make his client. The problem is he's not getting in on any of it because he don't have the scratch to do it. And so what you're seeing,
that's exactly what happened. Is James Doherty says it best. He says 2 sealed bids, and that's another thing too. Both of these bids are sealed. Nobody gets to see these bids, and the sanctioning body unveils the bids, I guess at a table or however they do it, but they just put their bid in like an envelope. They give it to the sanctioning body. They open it. Whichever bid is the most money, they win the venue, and they win the event. They can host it wherever they want, and like I said, they get all the revenue, and they pretty much host an event, man. The good, the bad, and the ugly falls on them at that point.
It sounds like Eddie Hearn's on rich man government assistance. That's why he budgeting the way he is, bro. He's getting defeated at every point.
Welfare promoter.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, I need food stamps. You got a couple?
But yeah, with that being said, man, there's some other exciting topics going on in the world of boxing, man. You got things like right now, like you got the Jeff Horn, and Terrence Crawford fight coming up, man. That's only like about 1 week, maybe 2 weeks away at tops. And breaking news, y'all, Jeff Horn was involved in a car accident, but no injuries were suffered. Breaking news, y'all. Jeff Horn has just been involved in a car accident. No injuries as of right now have been confirmed. But he was sustained in a car accident.
That's gonna get more promotion than the fight.
So yeah, he was involved in a car accident. It is confirmed. There are no injuries as of yet. That is good. Like I said, man, he said he was in the car. He says, fortunately, I was in the car alone, and my wife, Joe, and baby Isabel were home. The man in the center of the crash just had his head buried in his hands. He was really upset, really in shock. I jumped out of the car to make sure everyone was okay. The ambulance people came, but thankfully there weren't any serious injuries. He says it could have been much worse. And then he all later went to say the accident was a shock, but nothing is going to derail me from beating Terrence Crawford. Jeff Horn stated, I am very fit. I feel I'm going to peak right at fight time. Wow, this white boy is ready.
Hey, Alex Santos.
If he loses, he gonna bring that shit back up.
So y'all, let me ask you this, man, since we're on the Jeff Horn situation, and that fight is coming up. The Jeff Horn fight is coming up. It's a good fight to talk about. Does Jeff Horn have a chance in hell of beating Terrence Crawford? I mean, let's just be honest, y'all. I'm gonna call it what it is. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Black Horseman. I mean, how do you feel about this? Does he have a chance?
I think he has a good chance, man. His style, I think, is underrated. Of course, Terrence Crawford, he can adapt to pretty much any style. He can switch up on you. He kind of got that sneaky power. He really kind of don't really, give you that power to second or third round. So he might be hitting you with something soft. The next thing you know, he'll turn up the heat on you and hit you with something hard. And you be like, damn, this motherfucker got power. So, and then this is Terrence Crawford's first fight at welterweight. So we don't even know what we're going to see from Terrence Crawford. We don't know if he's going to have that same type of power, at welterweight as he did at 140. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we definitely got to see, But Jeff Horn definitely has a good chance, man, because, Pacquiao don't hit soft, and he was able to, withstand that onslaught from Pacquiao. Even when he got in trouble, I think it was like that 9th round, he never went down. You know what I'm saying? His face got fucked up, but he never went down. And, we got to see if Terrence Crawford got that kind of power and enough to be able to, if he gets Horn hurt, is he going to be able to finish him? And, Horn can box too. You know what I mean? So
talk to him, Black Horseman. Talk to him, man. Get in depth, man, because a lot of people, they're just looking like Terrence Horn. Oh, he's fighting white boy. Oh, he'll win. I mean, that's what the consensus think. That's what the casual fan is thinking right now. I'm being honest.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so, yeah, go ahead, Warburg.
That's crazy that someone would think that. Terrence Crawford, number one, he has to pass the 147 test. If he's okay at 147, I don't see him doing so well. He has to dominate Jeff Horn. Bottom line, he does.
He's gotta dominate Jeff Horn.
He has to dominate Jeff Horn.
So what if he squeaks by him by 175, more, you know, like a 114, 112-ish.
Then they're not gonna give him a chance to be. They're not gonna give him a high chance to be Spencer, be squeaked by. He gonna have to dominate this dude.
Gonna have to dominate. Bottom line, because this is the thing. If Hearn can withstand Manny Pacquiao, who has mule power at that weight.
If y'all have any questions to ask on this subject we're talking about now, feel free to ask any questions at Corey Lee Boxing right now, man. The panel would love to hear from you. Go ahead, let it rip, World Breaker. And
I don't know if Terrence Crawford, to my recollections, ever fought someone like Jeff Hearn that's kind of a mauler. He's going up 7 pounds, and he can say all he wants. Hey, yeah, I can handle the weight, but dude, you're going up against people that you've been the bigger guy in most of your fights, and you're going to be the smaller guy in a lot of these fights. So,
the BX legend says I'd be tight if Terrence Crawford doesn't wash Jeff Hearn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
There's a possibility, and I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but there's a possibility that Jeff Hearn is going to be.
The BX legend says Crawford needs a stoppage.
He does. I agree with that assessment.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure on him, bro.
Y'all feeling like that too? I mean, the fight's right around the corner. It's coming up. Bro. I mean, come on, it's only a couple days away.
He has to make a statement because he's talked a lot, and there's a lot of good competition at that division. And he started. I ain't saying he started from the bottom, but he started with a world title with a guy who they didn't think would beat Manny Pacquiao for one.
Yeah.
And he's a big ass 147. Let's face it.
Who's a big ass 147?
Jeff Hearn. Jeff Hearn,
bro.
Jeff Hearn's huge. So
what are we talking about? Fight night weight. What are we talking about, fellas? Fellas.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about from each fighter, fellas?
Probably Crawford 155 to 157. Hearn probably 165 to 170, bro. That motherfucker.
Come on, yo.
He's big, bro. He's big.
That will weight play a key factor in the Jeff Hearn Terrence Crawford showdown?
Bro, he's already went through Manny Pacquiao. Yes. He's taking the buzzsaw. He ate the buzzsaw. So Terrence Crawford.
The fight is going on. Hold on. So the fight is going on. What's this weekend? What's the date on this weekend? It's gonna be this weekend. Is gonna be the 27. What is it gonna be? The 20,
26,
27.
Okay, so it's gonna be the 20. Okay, so it's gonna be the 20. So what is it? Next week? Is it next week, y'all? Hold on. I don't want to drop the ball. Yeah, 2 more weeks, y'all, is the Jeff Hearn Terrence Crawford showdown. We got 2 more weeks, y'all. Mark it on your calendar. 2 more weeks, the Jeff Hearn Terrence Crawford showdown is going down, dog. And so, you know, what do you guys? I mean, who are you guys picking, man?
Crawford's the favorite in my eyes, but he really is going to have to dominate.
I'm giving it still the edge to go ahead.
Hey, thank you, Ronald Finkley, man. He says salute to the panel, Black Horseman Promotions, World Breaker Fight, and definitely special shout out to Corey Lee Boxing. Respect all day, new media. We are here, man. We're in the building, man. Let's go. So what were y'all saying now, man? How y'all feeling about this? Oh, BX Legend says Crawford should be comfortable at 147 and get a stoppage. If he doesn't show natural power at 147 at this point of his career, I doubt he has a chance to dominate 147. Do you guys agree?
Yeah. The thing
is, you know, I'm going to say this, man. If he don't get the stoppage, he got to literally, like, just outbox him unanimously. Like, just wipe him out, you know what I'm saying, 12 rounds. I'm going to say, like, I mean, he just got to dominate. He ain't got to get the stoppage, but he got to dominate.
I don't mean to keep cutting you off, but these comments are pretty good. Emmanuel says Hearn will be 160 fight night. Do y'all think he'll be more than 160 or 160?
I was thinking like that, close to 160.
Yeah, I think it'd be heavier.
I'm thinking more than 160. I'm sorry, but I'm thinking more.
Damn.
I'm thinking upwards of upwards of 170. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm being dead ass serious.
Yeah, that motherfucker's a middleweight now.
No, I'm being dead ass serious. I don't think y'all think the severity of this dude.
That motherfucker's literally a middleweight.
I don't think y'all think the severity of this dude. They said he had to cut back on the creatine because he was putting too much muscle on.
You know, look, this is the thing. Terrence Crawford is definitely a great fighter, but there have been great fighters that have struggled to move up in weight. It's not a.
Shout out Actual Fan. He's in the bad. Actual Facts. Yo, Angel Santos.
Santos, what up?
Santos, my bad.
It's not an abnormality that some fighters don't move up in weight and transition well. Terrence Crawford is extremely talented.
And look, Ronald Finkley says, this is to both of you guys, man. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. It says, at Quarterly Boxing, don't you think that Terrence Crawford had enough time to truly fit into his frame when it comes to Jeff Hearn? Do you guys think that? Let it rip.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, that's the thing. We don't know. We can only speculate. So until I see the fight, until I see a dominant performance in that fight, I'm going to reserve my opinion, you know, to a degree. But my benchmark is he has to dominate, whether it's a unanimous decision or a knockout. He has to dominate the fight.
Right. Yeah.
What's up, Georgie Porgy? So what you saying, Black Horseman?
No, I agree with Warbreaker. You know, if he don't, I think you got to be unanimous. And if it's something close, like, you know, like say around like 7-5, something like that, and be like, damn, you know, he gonna struggle with the rest of the welterweights. But I give Hearn his respect, man. I pick Hearn against quite a few welterweights, man. I think he'll fuck up Porter, you know, Garcia. You know, I think he'll be a tough fight for any welterweight.
After Porter?
Yeah, your boy, Garcia.
Oh no. No.
Come on, man.
Yo, this dude trying to slick my hand
You just talked about how he gonna be close to 170.
Hey, Worldbreaker, this dude come out of nowhere. He just tried to slip it in every time. He's a slick fucker.
Yeah, you know.
I couldn't let you get that one past me, dog.
He said, "Hold on, what'd you say?"
Oh man, but yeah, man. Like I said, man. You know, I think Jeff Hearn. What if Jeff? I just want to ask this, and I'm theoretically speaking. But what if Jeff Hearn beats Terrence Crawford?
Terrence Crawford needs to drop back down to 40, and Jeff Hearn would be respected.
I'm about to say, go back to 140.
Yeah.
Regis program.
God damn it. Go to jail on that one. Real talk.
You said go to jail on that one?
I'm talking about Monopoly. Don't fast go straight to jail, go back to 140. Because if Hearn beats you, Hearn, as big as Hearn is, he's not as talented.
BX legend. Matter of fact, Hearn may be big enough to beat DSG. He is not big enough to beat DSG. Okay, Danny Swift Garcia walks the dogs on Jeff Hearn every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Go ahead.
Man, Danny can't beat everybody, bro.
I know I'm cutting y'all off. I'm sorry for cutting y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to cut y'all off.
Danny can't beat everybody, bro.
Go ahead, y'all. No, I'm cutting y'all off, World Break. I'm sorry. I'm cutting y'all off. I'm trying to hear what y'all got to say. Oh, he's on the phone. My bad. See, then when I say I'm not cutting him off, he want to talk on the phone now.
I have muted.
Hold on. What you say, Black Horseman? You were breaking up.
Still breaking up?
You good now? You broke up that whole sentence. You broke up though.
Oh, my bad, because I walked in the store. I said DSG can't beat everybody, bro. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you right, man. I think to be honest with you, man, I think you right. You right about that, man. You right about that. My personal opinion is, man, I think Danny Garcia and Earl Spence, man. I want that to be a good fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Danny Garcia versus Earl Spence. I gotta see that fight, man. I want to see that fight so bad, man. You don't understand. Oh man, I want to see that fight, man. Do we see a Danny Garcia versus Earl Spence fight before we see a Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight? Which one do we see, y'all? And I want everybody in the chat to answer that question. Which fight do we see first?
I think Terrence Crawford, bro. Probably Terrence Crawford and Danny Garcia.
Yeah,
wow.
That's probably more like people don't understand. They don't seem to get it. Errol Spence Jr. is like the fucking devil.
Yo, Timmy Diamond says, "Oh, go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off, Timmy."
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. He says, "I thought Keith Thurman."
Every fucking other word you say, fuck it. Cut him.
Nah, go ahead, yo. I swear, it's a habit. I'm trying to break out my little habit. Like, I'm sorry.
Y'all got it. It's okay.
My bad, yo.
That nigga going his Cali Enigma and shit.
Nah, because somebody texts me, like, they looking at the show, and they text me. They like, yo, you cutting everybody off. I'm like, ah, man.
My cousin do to me, too. Like,
yeah, like, my brother texts me and shit. He like, yo, man, stop cutting everybody off. So I'm like, all right, man, my
serial cutter, goddammit.
You know what I mean? But
nigga, it's your show. You can cut whoever you want to cut off, bro. You good.
My bad, y'all. But Timmy Diamonds was like, I thought Keith Thurman was Corey Lee's boy. Hey, look, man, I'm feeling Danny, man. I've been a Danny fan, dog. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm rocking with, dog. But everybody in the chats are saying that Nunes says, if Hearn beats Crawford, we are talking about a dude with pound-for-pound potential. A W against Pac and Terrence Crawford, hey, that's a good point, man. I want to come back to that real quick. Let me answer these. So, Earl Garcia. Okay, so Harden says, I said, do we see a Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence first, or do we see Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence first? Which one do we see first? This is what the chat says right here. He says, Harden says Earl Garcia first. Emmanuel says Crawford first. Crawford versus Earl first. Daniel Johnson says he was until no one could find him. Oh, this dude. Oh, Dan, you talking about me and Thurman? Oh, y'all wild, dog. Then Ronald Figley says Pac hasn't been right since Floyd. I don't think Pac was right before Floyd, since that Marquez, nigga. Y'all be forgetting about that Marquez, dog. I'm sorry.
That shit was brutal, bro.
I'm sorry, dog. But I'm saying, how can y'all forget the Marquez? I mean, come on.
Marquez had that motherfucker in heaven.
Larissa Johnson says, break down for us your favorite fighter, your favorite boxers in order. All right, man. Fuck it. Since they asking, man, I'll do my top 3, y'all, of boxers that I like right now, and I'll let y'all do y'all top 3. All right? That sound like a plan? That's what they asking for, man. So let's see what we got for them. My personal opinion, my number one fan, man. My number one boxer, man, right now is it's got to be Alexander Usyk. He's out of there. He's out of the Ukraine Boxing Academy. He's been trained by Emmanuel Stewart's protege. In the Crunk Boxing Gym, he's been trained by some of those guys. He's also been trained by Lomachenko's dad specifically. The guy's got a bundle of talent. I think he moves up to heavyweight and dominates. That's my personal opinion. The only 2 that's left.
Oh, this nigga. I got to look him up now.
Yeah. Hey, they asked me. I got to say, So this come from the heart too, y'all. This ain't fabricated. So, Alexander Usyk, he beat Joe Joyce. He beat a slew of other fighters in the World Championship Boxing, and he's beaten guys in the series of boxing before the World Series of Boxing. They didn't count those wins though. So Alexander Usyk, I think he's 14 and he's 14-0 with 11 KOs. He has 2 belts at cruiserweight, and he's only 14-0. With that being said, my number 2 favorite fighter is I'm gonna have to go with Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia right now, in my opinion, is my number 2 favorite fighter right now. I say that to say this. Danny Garcia has been put down, been put to the side, countless time after time after time after time. I can only count on how many hands I've lost count on how many of my friends say Danny gonna lose this fight, Danny gonna lose that fight, Danny gonna lose this fight. when a fighter keeps winning fights that he's supposed to lose, that shows character. Okay, a lot of you guys out there that has top 3, top 5 favorite fighters, they have not done that. Okay, a lot of active fighters right now cannot say that they were supposed to lose, 5 out of their 6, last fights, or, however you want to, shuffle them up. There's been at least, 4 to 5 fights that Danny Garcia was legitimately the underdog in. Okay. And I mean, like I said, man, the guy came from nothing. He's a great story. I love Danny Garcia. That's my number 2 fighter. My number 3 fighter, and I hope I'm not, forgetting anybody. I don't want to leave anybody out, man. But like I said, man, there's a slew of other fighters. There's a bunch of other fighters, man, and I don't want to forget anybody. My number 3, and I'm only going to do 3, y'all. I'm not going to talk your head off. My number 3 favorite fighter right now is going to be, there's only one Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, baby. I got to go with the Tyson Fury, man. Tyson Fury, he's back. He's going to be coming back June 9th. That's 2 weeks from now. The Gypsy King comes back. And I cannot wait, man. The guy's coming back. He's coming back with a vengeance. I've been saying it on time after time after time. Just because I'm rooting for these boxers now, my channel, my boxing channel has only been up 3 to 4 months. I've been on countless other shows like the Ringside Reporter, and some other shows. I've been saying the same 3 fighters the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And notably so, I don't want to forget. I know it's a three. They asked for only 3 fighters. My 4th fighter that almost made the list was between Billy Joe Saunders and Inoue that fights tomorrow. Inoue fights tomorrow. He jumped up 3 weight divisions. He's a 118-pound fighter, and he's going for his 3rd world title in 3 different weight classes. Salute to the boy Inoue. He's fighting in Japan, and he's fighting against a guy that's going for his 7th title defense in Mcdonnell. I am working tomorrow, but I will do a fight breakdown after that. And so, yeah, man, World Breaker, Black Horseman, what's your top 3? Let it rip, y'all. Y'all heard mine, man.
Shit, go ahead, World Breaker.
Horseman, you go first, man. That's what
now y'all doing that again.
Hey, it's a Texan thing.
Hey, man, I know my top 3 official, dog. Y'all ain't got to be scared. You know what I'm saying?
Here I go, man. Listen, it's Spence.
Yeah, it's this Black Horseman all scared. Just go ahead, dog.
It's Spence.
No, I just walked in the house with some noise, but if you need me to go first, I'll go first. It don't matter.
Go ahead.
I'll go first.
For me, it's Wilder.
Now, hold on. Y'all got to break it down and let the fans know why y'all want him, all right?
I'm gonna break it down.
Okay.
I'm just hit you at the beginning.
All right, so Black Horseman, you go, and then we'll let World Breaker go. But I want y'all to break them down like I did, man. Just let the fans know, man. Let them know a little bit about you. I feel like your favorite fighters show a little bit about you, man.
All right, well, I'll go. Shit, my number 1, man, I got to go with Deontay Wilder, man.
And hold on, before you talk, I want everybody in the comment section to read off their top 3 fighters, and all you have to do is say @Corey Lee Boxing, and I will read them off. No problem, man. I want to hear you guys' top 3 fighters as well. Go ahead, Black Horseman.
Okay, yeah. So Deontay Wilder, because of course he's in the toughest division, man, heavyweight division, where one punch can end the fight. He's a guy he's not even the biggest heavyweight, but it's something about that right hand, man, that power. And it's something about when you can say on your resume that you've knocked out everybody you face. And he got that eraser, man. You can have more skills than him. You be quicker, you know what I'm saying? Your style can be whatever it is, but he just got that one punch that can just take all that shit away from you. And just one punch, man. So Deontay Wilder is my number 1. My number 2, and I've been upset with this motherfucker, y'all already know, is Keith Thurman. Because of his skill set, his style, man. I've always been a fan of Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Floyd ducked his ass. We got to keep it a stack. He tried to throw Spence in the mix and, to get the heat off of him. And, even though Spence is doing what he's doing now, but I feel like Keith Thurman has that style to just give anybody problems. You talking about speed, you talking about power, you know what I'm saying? His will to win in there, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen him in some adversity. I've seen him get hurt and bounce back, you know what I mean? Even people talk about, oh, he can't take it to the body, but he's taking some body shots and come back in the next round and stop dudes. And so you know, I'm really pissed at the guy now because I feel like, you know, he has a style to pretty much beat anybody in the welterweight division, including Spence. But I just feel like, you know what I mean, maybe his heart, you know what I mean, was in question. So that changed my whole perspective on him. But as far as, you know, just his skills, you know what I'm saying, I still kept him at number 2. And number 3, you know, I got to go with Terrence Crawford. Bud Crawford, man. I got to go with Bud Crawford because
yo, you're leaving the Charlos out of your top 3. You're from Texas, dog. Come on.
I'm from Cali. I'm from Cali, but I spent the last 16 years in Texas. But I gotta go with Bud Crawford, man, because this is the first guy I've ever seen in my lifetime to become an undisputed champion, bro. And I've seen this man, you know what I'm saying, each fight, man, just make adjustments. You know, I've seen guys not be able to deal with his switching styles, and I've seen motherfuckers get in there and talk shit to him, and he just go in there, man, piece them dudes up. You know, he got the ability to box. You know, he got the speed. He got the ability to just make adjustments, you know what I mean, and power. Just he's a dog, you know what I mean. He can take a punch, he can give it, and you know what I'm saying. He come from nothing, man. You know what I mean. And so I can relate to that, and still has a lot. You know what I mean. He's undisputed. He vacated the belts, and he's going up to test his skills against even bigger, you know, a more tougher division. You know what I'm saying. And so I salute Terrence Crawford, man, because that's a bad motherfucker right there, man. He dominated 140, and he ain't just stay there and get comfortable. He could have just stayed there and just dominated the motherfuckers for years or something. But he said, nah, fuck that shit. I'm going to 147, and I'm gonna do the same shit. So I salute that, man. That's my top 3, y'all.
Yo, Black Horseman salute by Corey Lee Boxing. Good picks, dog. Damn.
Okay, number 3 for me is Deontay Wilder.
Hey yo, if you haven't heard, I will be going and I will be reading off everybody's top 3 picks. So if you write them down now after World Breaker does his official breakdown, I will be doing you guys', okay? So go ahead, man. Let's go. And please like and subscribe, y'all. If y'all haven't liked that, like and subscribe. All right. We're doing it for y'all, man. World Breaker Fighting, Black Horseman Promotions. We in the building. Go ahead, dog.
Let us see. When we think about things, it's amazing what we come across. And so as I've done my analysis, I'd like to introduce at number 3, Deontay Wilder.
Oh, so you're going from 3 to 1.
Fucking exactly. Okay.
Oh, wow. Now, that's what's up. I like that.
Now, Deontay Wilder has displayed out of 40 fights, 39 KOs. Okay.
Man.
What it says about Deontay Wilder is that he has a blessed touch and motherfuckers fall asleep. And so when you have the blessed touch and motherfuckers fall asleep, they tend to fear you like Anthony Joshua fears him. That is essentially my concise analysis of Deontay Wilder. He knocks people what they call the fuck out, and it's a wrap. You can't overstate his athleticism. Bottom line, you can't overstate his ability, despite what he looks like. You know, he comes through in the cut. Bottom line. Now, number 2 would be Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's number 2 because he's the undisputed junior welterweight champion. Bottom line, he took all the belts. He's displayed supernatural skill, you know, at that weight class, and he's willing to move up to show his greatness. Now, we've yet to see him at 47. I do expect him to exhibit the same talent level at 47. I just hope that he doesn't get overconfident. That's my whole thing with Terrence Crawford. But definitely, he's probably number 1 pound for pound on most people's pound for pound list. But he's definitely the guy at 140. And let's see what he does at 47. Now, number 1 is going to be Errol Spence.
What?
Bottom line.
Yo, you and Black Horseman are like, yo.
Yeah, we just switched them up, but
what?
Yo, y'all are too.
Now, listen, it's not because Errol's from Texas or that my dad used to work with his mom at the post office.
Yo, what?
So,
I didn't pick no dudes in Texas though.
yeah, this is the thing. Errol Spence Jr. has the fucking division scared, and he took the arguably the best welterweight at the time, Kell Brook, and broke his ass apart. Literally broke him apart over the course of a fight. And anyone can argue, well, he doesn't have personality. He only fights one way. Errol has way more talent than what he's shown. And so this is a guy that spars the junior middleweight champion on a daily basis. This is a guy that is fighting, that is constantly going up against a champion every day in his training regimen. This guy's ready. And so 47 is a division with a lot of talent, and Errol Spence sits at the top of it. It's just the bottom line. Who wants to get in there and take fucking 100 punches a round of brutality with some decent-ass defense?
Wow.
So, bottom line.
Hey, that's a salute to both brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? So, salute to both brothers, man. Wow, those are some good picks, man. I feel like both of y'all's, top three were kind of the same, but they were kind of in different orders, though. So, that's definitely dope, though, y'all. That was definitely dope, man. Salute to the two brothers, man.
Yeah, we both share with Wilder and Crawford, right?
Yeah.
What was your third? You didn't pick Spence, too?
I had Thurman. I know a lot of motherfuckers like, nigga, what?
Oh, you picked Thurman? Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. Because, I just went off for overall style. Everything that he
I
possessed.
feel you.
So,
but, a lot of guys are saying, like, a lot of guys have that theory in their mind where it's out of sight, out of mind. When a boxer's not active and he's not fighting, they just take him out of their whole, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's due to injuries, maybe, they having a drug problem outside of the ring. Not performance enhancement, but just drugs, and just partying or whatever the case may be. Because let's be honest, you guys, when some of these fighters win and they win the big, big purse, they go from nothing to like, you know what I
mean?
Yeah. So let me read off some of these guys, fighters in the chats, man. I appreciate everybody for participating in this, man. This is pretty awesome, man. I might start doing this more often, man. This is pretty fun. So the first one that came up is James Doherty. He says Josh Taylor, Terrence Crawford, Tyson Fury, pure boxers with a smiley face. Wow, man. Good lineup, man. That was an awesome lineup. I like that one, man. Daniel Johnson says 2 more fights will probably help him out, though. DSG or Porter should be up next. Okay, that's not one. Okay, Emmanuel. Shout out Emmanuel. They say is Deontay Wilder, Earl Spence, and Tank Davis. Wow, Tank Davis is breaking the top 3, huh? Wow, that's awesome. Then it says the BX legend. It says, I like Thurman's boxing mind about his body but his body is failing him though. Okay, that wasn't one. Okay, not Rajahi. Am I pronouncing that right, y'all? Note, it says not, but Rajahi. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, man. Much respect though. They says Big Baby Miller, Juan Duapas, and Eric Molina. What the fuck? Yo, you're borderline on troll status, but I'm gonna pause for you right now. Okay,
Eric Molina, bro.
He said he clipped the cat, Garfield.
Man down.
Yo, let this guy live in the chats. All right, please don't block him yet. Yo.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
Because the Wrench Gang are hungry, yo. And that's another thing too, y'all. After I read these chats off, sometime this weekend, I'm gonna I'm forewarning the Wrench Gang right now, okay? Sometime this weekend, because I'm gonna go live this weekend. Sometime this weekend, I'm gonna unblock, because I've been getting a couple messages about people that's been blocked that say that they should have never got blocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been countless mistakes that I've made before blocking people that weren't supposed to be blocking. It's just because sometimes on big fights, a lot of trolls come in and it's just like it's just like it's just, target practice. So sometimes I miss, I blocked the wrong person. So this weekend, y'all, I will be releasing every single person that is on the block list and they will be free again. But that means that that you wrench gang people, you have to be on your shit this weekend, okay? Because they will be coming if if they're really supposed to be blocked, they'll show it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, with that being said, let me go ahead. Okay, so James. Okay, so Ronald Finkley says, "Not Raji. What the fuck?" And Larissa Dana Johnson said, "I'm still studying boxers, but thus far, Deontay Wilder and Keith Thurman." Wow, Larissa Johnson, good picks. You and Black Horseman are on the same boat. Wow. Okay, that was good. So any more? I'm trying to read. Any more? Okay. Felix Nunez says at Quilly Boxing, Deontay Wilder, Earl Spence, and Terrence Crawford, all three seem to be men of character and changing boxing for the better with their intent to prove they are the best. Wow, Felix Nunez, good statement and great picks, man. That's what I'm looking for, man. If you guys can break it down just like Nunez did and just like us, we did, I kind of want to know, like, I would love to know, why are you picking these guys? Why do you personally like a guy like Wilder? Or why do you personally like a guy like Keith Thurman? Which a lot of people like Black Horseman said have, counted out Keith Thurman, So, with that being said, any other ones out here? Let's see. Ronald Finkley says SOG, Son of God, Andre Ward, and then Earl Spence, and then Wilder, 100%. Oh man. And Daniel Johnson, shout out Daniel Johnson. He says Deontay Wilder, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, and I know EJ is still young in the pro game, but I stand behind the man's work ethic. Wow. Do y'all respect what Daniel Johnson said? Was that good or what? Wow. All right. Alex Santos says in no order. He says Deontay Wilder, Jamie Mungahi, and and Earl Spence Jr. Wow. Jamie McGee has already broken some fight fans top 3 already, Black Horseman. Wow. All right, man. With that being said, is there any more? Okay. Sheldon Holmes has one too. He says at Corey Lee Boxing, number 1, Bud Crawford, because he cleaned his division and in style. 2, Earl Spence. He seems the hungrier than most. Number 3, Deontay Wilder, because he's knocked out everyone he's faced, and he says, and the easier in the eraser right hand. Wow, man, that's awesome. Harden says, shout out Harden. He says Earl Spence Jr., Charlo, and AJ. Which Charlo you talking about, Harden? You got both Charlos. Neither one is really a bad pick though. But yeah, Larissa Johnson says Wilder and Thurman. Ronald Finkley says Alex Santos. Okay, fam, that's real. But can Mungia pass the test? Hey, that's a good question. James Doherty says, would Lomo be in the mix for top 3? He's good too, I think. Hey, that's a great question, man. Champ Ross says at Corey, 2 of my favorites retired recently in Ward and Bradley. So I go with number 3, Tyson Fury. Oh, shout out Champ Ross. He picked Tyson Fury. All right. Then number 2, Earl Spence Jr. And number 1 from Champ Ross is Terrence Bud Crawford. Thanks. I enjoy watching. Wow, man. And Emmanuel says Wilder, Spence, Tank Davis. Yup, that's awesome, you guys. Oh, Centennial. Okay, so Centennial said Centennial's Boxing says at Corley Boxing, Wilder, Crawford, and Tank. I like the excitement they bring in the ring. Wow, good one, man. Good one. So yeah, man, I'm pretty much read everyone's picks out, man. But So yeah, man. With that being said, man, I'm gonna cut out a little early tonight, man, because I think I'm gonna be getting off work early tomorrow, and I'm definitely trying to go live tomorrow again. But with that being Yeah, but with that being said, man, any closing regards, Black Horseman? I'll let you let it rip first, man. It's been a joy for you guys to be in the chat with me, man. Thank you.
Nah, man, salute, you know what I'm saying, to everybody, man. That was dope, man. You know, everybody gave the little picks and breakdown, and you know what I'm saying? We got the breaking news. Hopefully it's real news. The Thurman versus Victor Ortiz in early August. And like I said, he was on my number 2 on my list or whatnot. So, you know, I hope to see him in shape and back in action. You feel me? So,
yo, this dude Black Horseman picks Thurman after he hears he's coming back.
Right. I don't even think about that. I didn't put it together like that. But yeah, man. Hope to see him back in action, man. And you know what I'm saying, prove all the doubters wrong. You know what I'm saying? I still got faith in him, man. He just gotta come back, believe in himself and his skills, man, because he definitely got the skill set to still be a problem in the welterweight division. He didn't get them 2 straps by doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real shit though, for real though.
So when he come back in full effect, I hope they don't duck him, son. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man. So at the end of the day, man, salute to all the mods that held it down, man, and all the new people that came in the chat, man. Y'all subscribe and like, man, before y'all get up out of here, man. But yeah, keep supporting Corey Lee Boxing, man, and appreciate you having me on, bro.
Hey, thanks, man. You know, World Breaker, what you got, man?
Well, what I have is a assembly of individuals who've come together in the chat. I'm pleased. I'm happy and I'm ecstatic to find that there are people interested in the things that I'm interested in, and we can discuss it civilly. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. Subscribe to Corey Lee Boxing. Spread Corey Lee Boxing like the gospel. If you ever watch Blood In, Blood Out, do the damn thing. I love saying "do the damn thing." That's gonna probably be my catchphrase. At the end of the day, we love boxing. We want to see the best fights. We have different opinions, but that's okay. It's about the fight game and improving it. So we're an army of people. We have influence. We pay these guys salaries or contracts, rather. And I just want to see it do better. Hey, big shout out to Corey Lee Boxing one more time. He's bringing his ass on my show tomorrow. Because I be on here way more than you be on.
Oh man, I gotta get it. I gotta get it.
But shit, subscribe to World Breaker Boxing. I'm getting better at this every day, and I enjoy it. I enjoy engaging with people in the chat, definitely, and I enjoy talking about different subjects. I just don't talk about boxing. I talk about UFC, kickboxing. UFC has just not been interesting. Boxing is what it is. But real talk, we can talk about anything in my chat. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Corey Lee gonna be there, at least, you know, maybe once a week, like child support, some shit like that. But you know,
like random blood and urine tests and shit.
What'd you say, bro?
Like WBC, like WBC testing, randomly.
Yeah. He said, "Damn, I failed my test." Goddamn it. Hey, it's been a pleasure having this panel and talking to Corey Lee. I'm getting long-winded. I'm gonna peace out on this son of a bitch. Have a good one.
Yo, and with that being said, man, you know, like I said, y'all have gotta go subscribe to World Breaker Fighting, and you've definitely gotta go subscribe to Black Horseman Promotions, man. These guys are really good channels. You know, I support them through and through. And you know, with that being said, I appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you so much, man. We are growing together. This live has just been very, very well, man. And I really appreciate everybody, man. All of the constructive criticism, man. And you know, I think this is, you know, really a really good chat, man. I think, you know, this is one of historic chats. You know, Jack Johnson got, you know, he got pardoned today, man. It was a good thing in boxing that happened today, man. And you know, with that being said, man, I want everybody to have a good weekend. Be safe this weekend. And you've just been hit with another banger. Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all.